In the last episode, I swapped over all the parts I could from my previous Mazda 3 to this new one. But even though lots was done, there's still a lot of parts that need to be installed before the car can be driven. So in this episode, I'm going to be revamping the whole rear suspension of my Mazda 3.
So what exactly are we going to be doing today? Well, mostly when people talk about suspension upgrade, they often refer to coilovers or even lowering springs. But there's a lot more to suspension components than just those things.
First, this being a 10-year-old car that's been driven through Canadian winters on salty roads, there's a lot of rust on the suspension components themselves.
And that's why I'm going to be installing a new coated subframe and some new control arms.
Secondly, are the rubber bushings. Rubber is soft, and over time, it starts to wear out. It'll crack, stretch, and even warp.
And instead of using rubber bushing and having the same issue down the road, I'm going to be using this.
This is polyurethane. Polyurethane bushings have many advantages over conventional bushings. They're more resistant than rubber and will often outlive the car they're being installed on. Plus, polyurethane gives great feedback from the road. I start by removing the brakes, sway bar links, and both trailing arms.
Alright, so things are going pretty well. Both trailing arms are completely out. Now it's to remove the full subframe and remaining arms that are still attached to the subframe. I'm just gonna have to remove the evap canister, I think, beforehand so it doesn't like pull on anything. And then I think there's 6 bolts holding the subframe, and we are gonna be able to drop it down.
Before I send off the trailing arms to get the new bushings pressed in, I filled the factory holes with more polyurethane. That way, I'm hoping I'll get even more feedback and durability. Now I can move on to removing the rest of the subframe.
Shadows in the dark tonight. Just glowing, soaking up the starlight.
With the subframe out, I can now remove the remaining bolts and evap system so I can use them later on the new subframe.
We were in the beginning when we turned to pink.
Like I mentioned previously, I got new control arms. I did get the cheapest ones possible because I knew I was going to install new polyurethane bushings in them.
And I know now what I have to do. It's being blind, gonna cost us. Can we be shadows in the dark tonight? Just glowing, soaking up the starlight. I wanna know now. Can we be shadows in the dark tonight? Just glowing, soaking up the starlight.
Once the bushings are all done, I sand down rusty areas on the car and paint them. I do the same thing for the control arms and give them a nice glossy finish. With everything dry, I can now assemble the new subframe together.
Shadows in the dark tonight, just glowing, glowing, soaking up the starlight. I wanna know you. Can we be shadows in the dark tonight? Glowing, glowing, soaking up the starlight. Oh, 'cause
I'm greasing the new bushings before I install them and the Mazda speed sway bar on the new subframe.
I can feel you in my heart, you in my arms. I can feel you in my heart, you in my arms. I'm caught in your whispers. There's nothing that I could do. So won't you escape from me?
Now that the subframe is put together, I can install it on the car.
So won't you escape from me?
Having the trailing arms back from DNA Drift Shop, I gave them a coat of paint too, before installing them back on the car.
I'm caught in your whispers. There's nothing that I could do. So won't you escape from me?
I can finally install the iBox springs, connect the Mazda speed sway bar, and install the Mazda 5 rear brakes.
So won't you escape from me? I'm caught in your whispers.
Alright, so now that the subframe is all installed with all the control arms, all of that's really left to do with the back of the car is to roll the fenders. Now, it's especially important that I do that because I'm going to have camber adjustable control arms now. So the wheel should come a lot closer to the fender.
Finally, I seal off the lip to make sure there's no exposed metal.
So for the exhaust, I've actually sold my Mazda Speed muffler. A little while ago, I actually got a Mazda 3 2.5 liter engine muffler that I've been planning on installing on the white Mazda 3, but then I didn't have time, so I'm gonna install it on this one just to be able to tone down the exhaust a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna be installing on this car.
Once the mid-pipe was off the white Mazda 3, I painted it quickly with high temperature paint. Then I hung it underneath the car by the hangers before doing the subframe. Since this is a Sky Active bumper with a single outlet, I'm cutting out another one to make room for the 2.5 muffler.
I just finished tightening up the exhaust, so now it's just a matter of seeing if there's any leaks and basically the first startup to see how the exhaust sounds. So let's start it up. It's definitely a lot quieter than the Mazda Speed muffler for sure. I think it would definitely sound very nice with a set of headers on it, so definitely something I'm looking forward to in the future. But it definitely toned down the exhaust. Even if I give it a bit of gas, this is still cold engine, but like you can still hear the engine because of the mid pipe and the second cat delete. You can definitely hear the intake too, so that I think it's gonna make a nice exhaust intake combination. Still little tweaks to do, but I think for now it's definitely a good setup that's here. So I just gotta double check to make sure the car's not leaking, and then I can finally drop the car on the ground and see how it looks with the whole suspension setup.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, testify the motion, loving this devotion.
With the car back on the ground, it makes it a lot easier to wrap the Mazda Speed spoiler.
Every time, every night, you and I on a roll. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I've got to run this show. You always take me so high, you always make the highlights. I love the way we vibe, you're like a centerfold.
So the spoiler is finally wrapped until we get a bit of warmer weather, and I'm gonna be able to paint it the color of the car. Everything else is installed on the car, the polyurethane bushings all around, the suspension, the intake, the exhaust, the brakes. All that's really left to do now is to go for a drive. I do need to get an alignment before that to really get the suspension dialed in, the camber properly adjusted in the back. So if you have any questions concerning this build, just let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.